Trigger warning. The following content may discuss sensitive topics such as mental health, abuse, violence. Please proceed with caution and take care of yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to step away.
Certain other people seem to like to do. Hi, Chief. Yeah. I don't know whether people have been seeing what's... I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that flick. I'm good, Samantha, thank you. I'm just frustrated at the double standards, at the toxicity, at the absolute breaking of the law. I'm offended on behalf of several different communities. You know, when you just think, I don't even know where to start with this lot. I don't know whether everybody saw how could you agree with me then saw another flick in here? Sorry, who are you? Little stationery shop, who are you? I'm sorry, have I missed something? Because I'm on the... Right, if I'm overreacting, I apologise, but I'm on the lookout for wrong uns today. And they do seem to be everywhere. Hi, Glenys. Oh, okay. Hi, Carol. Thank you, Dazza. Hi, Di. How are you? No, it's all right. Don't worry. It's not you, darling. It's me. It's me. Genuinely, it's me. Don't panic. I'm just, yeah. Hi, Zita. Anyone comes in here? Oh, bless you. Hi, Claire. I'm okay. I'm just... Oh, B, honestly. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's just that if... Thank you, Dazza. If, oh, apparently you get a sticker. Do we add a sticker? Oh, I don't know. Oh, B, have you been watching? Because I tell you what, John Shields is number one, and thank you, Andrea, thank you, Anne-Marie. As always, you know I'm very grateful. But I don't, you know. Anyway, never mind. John Shields is one, and Talia Dean is another. But I'll start with Elphaba. I've got no problem starting with Elphaba. Who either today or yesterday decided that biological women have privilege. Don't even know where to start with that. Yeah. Oh, not in a good way. Not in a good way. What and Wally? No. So, and then proceeded to tell everybody that they had taken, how could I say it? Gammon Hetty banana. Just take the starting letter and you'll see what I mean. Gina and Tina. Yeah. So, hi Holly. Thank you, Gemma. Yeah. So apparently, biological women have privilege, but then went on to say how they take the date grape rug. Good evening, Claire. Hi, Gem. Where to start with that? Where do we start with that? because I'm not even sure I want to go there. I'm not going to lie. Don't ever say those two things in the same sentence, Alphaba. Because I'll tell you what, don't. Just don't. If you need me to explain it to you, I'll do it away from the app. Because if I do it on here, I'm going to get into trouble. But do not ever tell women they have privilege and then tell everybody that you took a date grape rug. Right? Can you see the irony? Yeah. Can you see? Can you see how that looks? Seriously, for somebody who calls themselves a sister. Yeah. Stand with us, do you? Righto. Now ask us why we have a problem with you. I'm so angry about that one. I'm going to leave that there because I know, Tommy. I know. But I'm not going to pursue that one because that one is going to get me into a lot of trouble. This one might also get me into a lot of trouble, but this one needs talking about. Did anybody watch? Totally agree, Kay. Absolutely. Life's too short, I get you. Has anybody seen John Shields? He floats around like the proverbial on the top of a pond, yeah? He floats around. He's... Hi, Lizard. Oh, listen, this subscription thing, I don't know what's happening with it. I have read several different things. People need to cancel them. Don't feel bad, and don't message me. Honest to God, right? Nobody needs to apologise for keeping their own money. Do you understand? I don't make a living on here. I'm not relying on any of you. So if you need to cancel until we know what's going on, cancel away, please. But please don't feel you need to apologise to me ever. Okay? Do what you got to do. I'm doing it. Except to one creator, but I'm looking at it, so please never ever apologise to me for keeping your own money, right? Not a problem. Absolutely, Lizard. Do you know what? That's a meal, that is. If you're doing your shopping properly, that's a meal, right? And I don't know. I'm not going to advise you because I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether your £3 going to be upgraded but your price stays the same, or they're all of a sudden going to start taking the £9 without warning. I don't know. So err on the side of caution, please, folks, and cancel what you need to cancel, right? And don't feel you have to inbox me to explain yourself, because you don't owe me anything. You owe me no explanation at all. It's your money, right? And it's a lot of money. See, I can justify the £3 because it's a month, isn't it? But £9, no. If I wanted £9 off you, I'd have put it as £9, yeah? So don't ever apologise to me. Oh, she has, Sarah. She's put them up to, I think the last time I saw it. Hi, Amber. I'm okay, Louie, thank you. Sorry, just, I know, it's absolutely outrageous. Honestly, it's outrageous. I don't understand the thinking behind it. I don't understand the logic of it. I don't get where they think people have got all this money to spend on strangers. I don't understand. I can completely understand the whole gifting thing, if I'm honest, but what I'm wondering whether it's because so many of us creators who are with agencies have to go live for a certain amount of time a month, and whether they're thinking, because I don't know, whether they're thinking, you know, it's gonna. I think one of the benefits for an extra £6 a month is that if you're a super fan, you automatically send a heart me. Well, isn't that worth £6 of anyone's money? Not. Absolutely, Samantha, please, nobody apologise, nobody explain. It's all good, right? I will be doing exactly the same thing. So please don't apologise, don't explain yourself. Let's wait and see what the crack is, yeah? But do you know, I don't know, Louis, honestly, I can't imagine this platform is that benevolent, I'm not going to lie. 2 exclusive, only available. What on earth is that about? Thank you, Chantel, darling. Hi, Mr. Alex. Oh, lovely. Yeah, definitely. You take care. Yeah, Welsh Queen, I don't understand it. Hi, Helen. I think... Haha, that's made my day, Lizard. Did you, Inspector? I'm sorry. I think most people are going to cancel, aren't they? At the thought of £9 coming out, and then how many people do people subscribe to? Maybe 2, 3. You know, you're talking 18 quid. Oh, I think it's brilliant. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. And I just, you know, with everything else the way it is, we don't know. Flipping heck, I paid £4.48 for some mints last week. £6 this week. You can't afford. Just don't. I think we all need to see what's going on, don't we, and what's happening. I know Miss Remy's tried to explain it, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'd rather wait and see what happens. Anyway, yeah, nobody apologise to me, for heaven's sake. I don't need an apology, okay? CLA went up to, the last I saw Glynis, she was £89.99. I thought, what on earth do you do to justify that? Okay, whatever. Anyway, John Shields, right? Oh, honey. Yeah, exactly, Spartan. I think wait and see. Exactly, Lizard. Oh, bless you, Helen. Yeah, £89.99 she was charging. Anyway, John Shields, let me get this out. John Shields is a Scottish person who is currently living in a tent, and there's a good reason he's living in a tent. So if you see him, please don't gift him. He's an absolute wrong'un, okay? And I can't emphasise that enough. He's vile. He's trashed every place that he's been allowed to stay, right? Which is why he's currently in a tent, because nobody wants him. Anyway, he was on a live, I think he was battling Sobriety Jack. I'll be mentioning Delusive Angie in this as well. He was battling Sobriety Jack, and he had come across somebody. Oh, Scotland don't want him, absolutely not. He had come across somebody who was either up in the air, do you get me, or sozzled. I don't know which, don't know. But this person had come in, was sitting in a stairwell, essentially. Didn't seem to know what day of the week it was. This is when I caught it. Didn't seem to know what day of the week it was, where he was, who he was, right? So John, oh, the Observer, honest to God, can you imagine the uproar if that was a woman? This is what gets to me. This is what gets to me, the double standards. Right, so this poor guy, no idea what he was doing, where he was. John Shields decided to mess about, yeah? Oh, bless your heart, Lizard. You take care, darling. Thank you. Decided to have a bit of fun. Can I say have a bit of fun? For him, not for the poor guy that was out of it, right? So he was battling Sobriety Jack. So, at one point, John is running his hands through this man's hair, saying, you take care, Lizard, saying, oh, I love his hair, I love his hair. So, straight off the bat, you've got potentially unwanted contact, right? Now, imagine that this person who was out of it is not male, is female. Then it goes on. So this guy is pretty much lying in John Shields' lap, looking at his phone. Right? I couldn't watch it all. I couldn't watch it all. I don't know whether John did anything to this guy, but he was physical with him. He put a hand on him and was running his fingers through his hair, right? Then he said something to him, or to Jack, about how he could have SDX if he wanted. And Sobriety Jack, which was, thank you, Gillian. Sobriety Jack, John Shields. Sobriety Jack was saying, no, he's out of it. He can't consent to anything. So you get 0.6 of a point for being right, sobriety. Anyway, I don't know what happened after that. I had to step away. I couldn't watch the rest of it, Observer. Thank you, Gillian, love. I couldn't watch the rest of it. I just thought, I know whatever else happens, I'm just not going to be okay with it. I mentioned, didn't I, that John was battling. Yeah? John won the battle. I hope so, Kyla. Hi, Kathleen. I'm good, love. John won the battle. So whilst he is putting his hands on somebody who is too out of it to consent to being touched in any way, he won the battle. There were people gifting John Shields. Now, we've all seen, I hope, we've all seen what poor Rebecca Goodwin's had to go through. So let's imagine that was Rebecca Goodwin, or any other woman that's in your family, whatever, and that was happening on TikTok. Thank you, Jane. Can you imagine what would have been happening this side of TikTok if anyone saw that person doing that to a woman? Can I please ask somebody who maybe has the answer, what's the difference what's the difference? Yeah. Of course there isn't. Of course there isn't any. There isn't any. Consent is consent. I don't care who you are. Oh, you're joking, Kyle. Oh, do you know. So, and this guy, appeared to be foreign, appeared to be of an ethnic minority, and we know that in some ethnic minorities, being a certain way can get you into a lot of trouble. You can be ostracised with your family, you can be hurt, you know, so God alone knows. No, Sarah, he was actually being the voice of reason, which tells you how bad it was. That tells you how bad it was. So I can't understand why there's no uproar about this. I don't understand why it's not all over the FYP. I don't understand why people aren't absolutely dragging John Shields across this app. Is it because and I class this person as a victim, is male? Because that is, what a dreadful society. Yeah, what an awful society we live in, where we think a man is less at risk than a woman. Sorry, I'm all for equal rights, right? But that means men have the same rights we do. It doesn't just mean women have the same rights as men. It works the other way as well, right? So you can't sit there and say, "Oh, he was only messing," because you wouldn't say it if that was a man with a woman. If you wouldn't say it if that was a man and a woman, then you shouldn't be saying it just because it's a man and a man, or a woman and a woman, or a woman and a man, right? There's no difference. Take the gender out of it and it's people. And one person was not in a position to consent to anything with the other person. So I don't understand what's going on in the world. I mean, I am 53, I'm nearly 54. This just, it baffles me. It baffles me so much that I don't get it. And then, icing on the cake, Delusive Angie, and this is why I don't play these things, Delusive Angie then played it on her live. Fine, you do you. But then said it wasn't SA. Because of course she was there. So for Delusive Angie, you can't say it wasn't SA because you weren't there. You didn't see what happened whenever the camera was turned off. That's number one, right? That's not your call. You can have an opinion, but don't be telling your audience that doesn't amount to SA. Because I'll tell you what it does amount to: assault. Now, it might be common assault, right? But to put your hands on somebody who is not able to consent to them, you putting your hands on somebody. Let me tell you, Delusive, right? If you were in that state, which happens roughly once a week, correct, and a man did that to you in the stairwell of goodness knows where, I guarantee you will have rang the police, right? I guarantee you would have said it was, right? And if someone had seen it happening on a live, what would your thoughts be then? You are one of the most unbelievably vile individuals on this app. And I tell you what, you've got some competition. But at the moment, Delusive Angie, you are absolutely the worst hypocrite I have ever come across on this app. You're a disgrace. Because if it was happening to you, you'd have a completely different reaction. You are outrageous. I don't understand how you haven't got an IP ban. I really don't understand how you haven't got an IP ban. Because you should have one. Yeah, you should have one. The only thing that you are concerned about are the number of people watching you and the number of diamonds you get. That's literally all your life goals summed up. Viewers, diamonds, that's it. That's all you give a stuff about. So if you have to say, because you're falling off a bit, aren't you? Falling off. If you have to say the most outrageous things to get the numbers in and the diamonds up, you will. And you don't care at all about the consequences of your actions or your words. You are one of the worst on this app. Right? You should be allowed nowhere near devices such as a phone or an iPad. You really shouldn't. I'm going to leave that there because I could get quite personal, and that's not what this is. I don't want to get personal. This one's wound me up today. Talia Dean. She tried to have a discussion with me, but kept attacking my grey roots. So I blocked her because I thought, you know what? Nah, can't be doing. Honestly, can't be doing. So, Talia Dean, you can, if anyone is in here and wants to go and tell Talia I'm talking about her, feel free. Because she's not going to get to come in here and have her say. She doesn't get to come up in any boxes, right? That's not what this is. This is not a discussion. This is me telling you what I think of your behaviour on the app, right? And if you didn't want me to have an opinion, there's a really simple solution. So, I don't care what you say about me. That's first of all. You are not interesting to me in any way. Aside from when I see you being disgusting about other people, then I'm going to have my say, right? First one, Pearl. Not a fan of Pearl, don't like Pearl. What were you trying to say about her? Thank you, Anne-Marie. What were you trying to say about her? That she was in the closet somehow? It's just an app though, innit, Talia? It's just an app. You're just saying stuff, aren't you? For the shock value, yeah? First of all, if she was, and I don't know and I don't care, right? If she was, wow, you don't give a toss about her mental health, do you? Hey? You don't care at all about her mental health. I'm sure she's unaffected by you, but do you know who isn't? Other people that see you. Right, that's who I stick up for. The people affected by you. So then you went for this Danny person. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know the story. What I will say is, you showed a picture of this Danny person's mum, didn't you? What's that got to do with anything? Why would you do that? What's her mum done to you? That it's only an app but you bring it to TikTok? Yeah? Big and hard you, aren't you? Hey? What was it you said? People speak out against you, they better not go on holiday because you can stop them. Yeah? You can make sure they don't get on their flight. Are you high? You actually believe because you've worked in an airport, that you can get someone stopped from boarding a flight. Are you okay? Unless you work for MI5, MI6, Border Patrol, the police, pick one, and you're working at an airport, you can't do anything about somebody getting on a plane. You can't stop anything. And you know what? There are actually people who watched you who believe you. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. No, Talia. Try and stop me going abroad. Oh, bring it. Have a go. Guarantee you won't. Now, you were in Gossip Girls live, weren't you? Oh no, hang on. Top Girl. That was the other one. So you outed Top Girl's picture, didn't you, on TikTok? Now, I don't know whether that image was public anywhere, whether you've been sent it by somebody who's found it on Facebook. I don't know. I would imagine Top Girl comes on the app behind a green screen or whatever she does, because that's what she chooses to do. That's her decision, yeah? But you decided, because you're so big and clever and hard, that you were going to out her face. Number one, why? What was that achieving? Exactly. And number two, who do you think you are? That you have dominion over whether somebody's face should be shown on TikTok. Why do you get to decide that? Not your face, is it? So that was that one. Just the ego has landed. You were in Gossip Girls live yesterday, weren't you? And you had a right pop at her, didn't you? Well, I've been TikTok friends with Gossip Girl for some time, and I intermittently watch her lives. She called out your behaviour, didn't she, on Danny, because it had hit the FYP. So she did what she does, and she commented on the FYP, which happened to have your disgusting behaviour on it. Not once did she call you names. Not once did she have anything nasty to say about you. In fact, she was telling everybody how lovely you are away from the app, right? But people were coming at her left, right and centre, and she felt she had to defend you because she was in your agency, right? And she felt like, well, I can't ignore the FYP and not talk about her because then I look biased. Yeah? So she talks about, but you didn't like that, did you? Did you, Talia? You don't like when people talk about you, do you, Talia? Don't like it when people have got your name in their mouth, do you, Talia? So you thought you'd go in the boxes and you'd have a pop at her. And my God, did you have a pop at her. And you know, for the most part, she kept quiet. Right? Until you started saying things that were incorrect. So, you know, you do you, your business. Do you know where I got annoyed with you? Do you know where I thought, wow, if your other half had said this, again, there'd be outrage. What did you say to Toxic Dan? Gosh, was that a homophobic comment you made? Pretty sure it was. Again, don't know Toxic Dan, no idea what he's like, don't care. His identity is protected by law. Yeah? And you thought it would be good to make a homophobic comment against him. again, are you high? You seem to think that you can come onto this app and say exactly what you want anytime you choose, right? You don't own the Ark, do you? The Ark agency. Your name is nowhere near any of the paperwork, is it? Is that why you think you can come on and say what you want? Because you're not affiliated with the Ark in any way? Yeah? So it's not you breaking any rules, it's not, yeah, you know, it's all on Ricky, isn't it? Because he's the director of the Ark agency, isn't he? It's his paperwork lodged with Companies House, isn't it? But you think you can come on and you can say exactly what you like to people you don't like. So if you want to come for my looks, do it. Not bothered. Right? You want to look me up, digital footprint and all that, crack on. Have at it. Okay? What was it you said? If people talk about you, you'll turn up. Do it. You want to turn up at mine? Do it. See, the thing about me is, I'm not intimidated by you in any way, or your boyfriend, okay? You don't scare me. You don't intimidate me. You don't pay my bills. Pretty much everything about you is completely irrelevant in my life. What I care about are the people that you affect, yeah? The people who unfortunately stumble across you and are affected by the things that you say. They're the people I care about, and they're the people that I'm saying this to you about, because they can't say it to you. And I'll call any of you out just before you say I'm up so-and-so's backside. No, I'm not. I'm not allied to anybody, so I will speak my mind. But do you see, Talia, how I've come with facts and not attacked how you look, how you sound, what you sing, how you sing? I've not come for any of that, have I? I've called you out on facts, on stuff that you have put out on the FYP, that you have put out there. Right? Because I don't need to go low. Because you do it for me. Your behaviour on this app. Do you know, it's really sad. You could have actually been something. You could have made a difference. You really could have. It didn't matter about you not winning X Factor or what it was, whatever it was. You had a platform. You were just at the start, right? And for some reason, and I don't know what your backstory is, but it never happened, did it? But you came onto TikTok and you had that, oh, it's Talia Dean. And right then and there is where you could have changed this and turned it around. Yeah? But I'll tell you what, you are toxic. I think you affect the people that you are with in a very negative manner. And if I hear you say that you're a Christian one more time, there is literally nothing about you, the way you speak to people and the way you treat people and the way you have absolutely zero love for your neighbours, right? Fellow man, that screams religion at me. In fact, you are the antithesis, the total opposite of how a Christian is meant to live their life. I quoted the Bible at you, do you remember, in a comment? Basically what that was saying was, you can criticise somebody, but do it with kindness. You can call somebody's behaviour into question, but do it so that you build them up. And I tried to build you up in the comments, do you remember? I said to you, I think that underneath all that anger is probably a really nice person. Is that not what I said to you? I believe it is. And what did you come back at me with? You attacked my appearance, didn't you? Because that's all you had, wasn't it? But you're Christian, Talia. Where are those values? What did you say to Gossip Girl yesterday? You and your agency are going to the promised land. Nothing is promised, is it? But you think that if you say enough Hail Marys or enough prayers and ask for forgiveness, that gives you some sort of free pass to absolutely tear into other people, and you go low, you go personal, right? God forbid anybody ever tells you something they don't want the world to know, because the second they displease you, you're going to tell the world, aren't you, what they are trying to keep hidden, right? That's how low you are. But you're Christian. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Aren't you supposed to live a Christian life? Live by the values of Christianity? Where's that then? Where'd you do that? Surely being on a social media platform is the perfect way to demonstrate what a Christian life looks like. But you're giving the other fella credit for your behaviour. That's what I think. I think the other fella's got to you. It's my opinion. Right? And the comments are going to laugh, but I used to be a Sunday school teacher. And I genuinely think that the other fella's in your ear. And you're doing nothing to stop him, are you? And you know what? He's destroying you. He's going to take down your platform. Your top 29, sorry, top 18 are the top agencies in the UK. Really? Because I checked before I came on live. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're nowhere near 18. So you lie as well, don't you? You are vile. Vile. And I genuinely hope that you drop off this app really rather rapidly, because your brand of social media, your brand of FYP show is absolutely not needed. And I've blocked you, and I've blocked every one of your partner's accounts, okay, because I don't want to see you. It's just unfortunate that I come across you. But when you're going for somebody who's actually had your back and who's actually stood up for you, and you are trying to tear them down for doing the job that's got you the diamonds to begin with, nah. When you're putting someone's picture up because you've taken a dislike to them, but they haven't given you permission to put that picture up, they haven't done it for themselves, nah. When you're doxing someone's mum by putting her face out there, nasty. Nasty behaviour. It's not classy, is it, Talia? Really isn't. Sorry, did you have a picture of someone's house behind you as well? Yeah? But I'm assuming it wasn't your house. I have more class in my little toe than you will ever have. You are a very deeply unpleasant individual. And I genuinely hope someone helps you at some point. Because you cannot go around destroying other people who displease you. Yeah? You read the Bible, don't you, Talia? There are kings in the Bible who had a very similar attitude to yours. Yeah? When people displeased them. Talk your ego down just a little bit, because you know that thing, that pride that comes before a fall. And if you're getting numbers in your room when you're being vicious about somebody, that's not popular. Yeah, that's not people watching with respect. Okay, that's people you've got nothing better to do than watch you tear somebody down, or who are looking at you trying to tell you about yourself. Because I saw some of the comments, and some of the comments were trying to get you to stop, but no. And the look of delight on your face as you're doing it, the smile you have when you are tearing somebody down, is really quite disturbing. Why don't you try and do something else? Try and big up your community. Try and help your community. Worry less about the numbers and the diamonds, right? And worry more about the people who are watching you. Try helping them. But the pleasure you take in destroying somebody, it's sickening to watch. It really is. So Talia, Dean, yeah, still saying your name, Talia. Gonna keep saying your name, Talia. Anytime I see you bullying somebody on this app, goes for any creator on here, not singling you out, I'll go for any creator on here, I'll call it out every time I see it. But if I see you, Talia, I see you bullying another person on this app, guess where I'm going to be? Right behind you. And I'm going to fire up a live, and I'm going to talk about you. And I'm going to talk about your behaviour. And I'm going to tell everybody why it's wrong. And I'm going to tell people that if they need to come and message me because they've been affected by what you said, that my messages are open. And if I need to, I will open my boxes in order for people to come and have their say because you've triggered them. Right? I don't run lives like that, by the way. I try to help people. But if helping somebody is giving them a platform to say how you've affected them, then I will do it. Right? I have promised to be the stone in the shoe of any problematic creator on here, because I'm one of the few that he's not affiliated, not friends with any big creators on here, and I don't earn a living off here, right? So I'm in a very, very good position to be able to call out behaviour when I see it, because I don't care whose toes I step on, right? So you don't want to see my face, you don't want to get cross because I'm talking about you. Change your behaviour, change the way you do stuff, and stop being so nasty to people. Because as much as you say you have mental health, so do the people watching you. And you can affect them in one of two ways. A good way, or as you're currently doing it, a bad way. Right? Hold some lives, Talia, in which you educate people, make them aware of things, right? Help people, build a community, yeah? Less of the mean girl vibe, because honestly, it'll ride for so long and then you'll be gone. And the people you stepped on the way up will watch you on the way down, because there is only one way for you to go at this point, and that's down, and you will. Mark my words, Talia. All of you creators that think that you can talk to people the way you talk, your days on this app are numbered, not by me, by your audience. Because slowly but surely, people like me who call you out, our voices are getting louder. Yeah? All of our voices are getting louder collectively. And there will come a day when you turn on a live and nobody comes in your room. Because me and other creators are going to make absolutely sure that we educate your audience one at a time. And we show your audience what a safe room looks like and what support looks like. So good luck. You're going to need it. I am so disappointed in this app. Is that supposed to be funny? Thoth. You want to go there with me this evening? Bring it. I was about to have some fun with that one, Matt. Oh dear. Here we go again. Is that the best you can do? Yeah? Report me for inactivity. Well, happy to waste your time, because if you're reporting me, you're not spouting poison to your audience, are you? So, or have you sent your minions to do it for you? Because, you know, you don't want to do it yourself. Crack on, darling. I'm with an agency. Crack on. Do what you think you need to do. See, unlike you, I have friends on here. Yeah? So you crack on. Sad. Very, very sad. Oh, Helen, let me tell you. It's alright, I'm done. I'm done. I know, Froggy. It's absolutely astonishing. And yet you've got people who are... Oh, Andrea. It just it staggers me that behaviour like this is allowed on this app. It staggers me that people aren't absolutely dragging John Shields round the app. I'm appalled. Thank you, Tommy, darling. I'm appalled that the same energy that would be brought if that was a woman isn't being brought for John Shields. I just... Do you know what, Mary? I'd have to agree. It's not even from 20 years ago. Do you know what, Andrea? I absolutely agree with you. I think, and that's why I don't do these rants very often. Oh, bless you, Jenny. Welcome. I don't do these rants very often because I don't want to bring people down. But if I see it, I've got to say it because very few people do. And if they do call it out, they get personal. And if they get personal, they lose their point. And it becomes a back and forth. Have you noticed sometimes? No. Sometimes people will call it out, like Miss Red. She'll call out somebody's behaviour. And then it just becomes a back and forth. And that's not what this is. I'm not interested in hearing... God bless your heart, Mary. I'm not interested in a back and forth. Oh, thank you, B. I try to be. I try to be, honestly. What you see is what you get, minus the swearing. I'm not going to lie. My mods will tell you I'm an absolute delight. This is true. They do get personal, Tommy, and it becomes like, and one of them goes low, and then they just go lower and lower and lower, and it's like, and then you completely forget what they were arguing about in the first place. Who was pulling up who? Because they both end up being as bad as each other, right? And it blows my mind. It's like, do you know what? You can call out the behaviour, you don't have to call out the person. You don't have to be personal. You don't have to bring people's extended family into it. You don't have to talk about children. You don't have to say, well, I know where you live, and send goodness knows what to people's head. I mean, it's just so childish. And I don't get it. I just don't get it. And it's not who I am. It's not who I'll ever be. If anyone's waiting for me to, do something wrong, you're going to have a long wait. That's not to say I'm perfect. No perfection over here, trust me. But what I won't do is I won't go low. If I think, see, my problem is I worry about people watching. I reached out to Gossip Girl yesterday because I could see she was really affected by what Talia was saying. I think she's still affected, but she was, she's okay. And these people come on and they'll say the worst things to other people, and then they'll say it's just an app. No, it's not just an app. You say nasty things to somebody, doesn't matter whether it's on an app or not, or in a text message, you can affect that person. You can affect that person's day, that person's week. You could have been the straw that broke the camel's back. You have no idea who is watching you and what their backstory is. And too many creators on this app take zero responsibility for their audience. Now, I will say... Oh, bless you, Sue. Thank you. I will say, Delusive Angie will tell you her room is not a safe space. If you're easily triggered, don't go in there. She does do that. Hats off to her, because she's absolutely right. But too many creators come in and say, that their rooms are safe and they don't tolerate this, that and the other. Yeah, absolutely. And they do. But then they become as bad as the people they're calling out because they go low. And I just... when you're looking at people and you think... So many times I've looked at certain creators on here and thought, oh, actually, you're all right. Give it 48 hours and you realise, no, they're not. They're just as bad. Because 1 minute they're stood on morals and saying how that's really awful and that should not have been said, and the next minute they're saying worse. They're either saying worse or they're friends with the person that said worse. Oh, bless you, Jenny. Never ever feel like that. Do you know what? That winds me up. Not towards you, darling. That winds me up. High Priestess Kate, right? Bless her soul, had a stroke. Her speech is coming back, but it's not there yet. The things I've heard some creators say to her are just mind-blowingly mean. You know? And it's like... And that's awful. It's awful that you feel that way, Helen. You take care, Kay, okay? You take care, my darling. Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Apologies if I've just vanished. Oh, where did I go? Hang on. Hang on. There we go. Can you see me good? The treasure box is up there. So that you can take the coins and spend them wherever you want. You don't need to spend them in here. Just doing my bit, giving back a bit. But yeah, it blows my mind that people can be so disingenuous and so dishonest with their audience. I couldn't do it. I genuinely couldn't do it. No worries. Oh, Carrie, I am sorry. I am sorry, love. I tell you what, TikTok, stop telling me who's come in the room and hasn't gifted. You don't want me to ask for gifts, which I'm not going to do, but then don't tell me who hasn't gifted. I don't care. Good evening, Mel. Hi, T. Honestly. Oh, Phoenix. She's in hospital though, is she? How low was it? Oh, bless your heart, darling. Yeah, no, I know. I've got a daughter. What is going on? She's been given glucose or something though, has she, or something to eat? Has Helen gone? Good night, Helen, sorry. Good night, Jenny, darling. You sleep well. I'll probably be back on Sunday or Monday. Oh, Phoenix, honey, I am sorry. Are you in the UK? If she's having a hypo, they should be dealing with it, honey. Is she type 1 or type 2? So I'm asking very personal information here. Oh, Elizabeth, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I try to be. Oh, wow, Phoenix. Hi Marita, I try to be genuine, and that's why I don't. Do you know what? When you're a creator, I don't care how small you are, when you've got a platform and you put yourself out there, you're welcome. Spend them wherever. You don't need to spend them in here. Give them to other creators. But when you see people in the comments section of some of these people's lives, you know, and they're writing things like, "Oh, that's happened to me," or "Oh, that's triggered me," and the creator or the live streamer is just absolutely blanking the comments, and I just think, what are you doing? And then you get people who message you later and say, I get some amazing messages from people thanking me. I get messages from people worrying about my mods. Thank you, Froggy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You can keep coins for you as well. Thank you, Emma and Victoria. Hi, Timmy. And I get messages from people who say, you know, I happen to be in Delusive's live, EQ's live, whoever, and this is what they've said, and you know, and this is how it's affected me. And I just think, do you know what? I would never divulge anybody's information on here, but it leaves me feeling so cross that the only recourse people feel they have is to message me and let me know, because they know I'll speak up for them even if I don't mention them by name. They know I'm talking about them. I had someone come in my live the other day, come in my messages the other day to say that they'd been triggered by something, and it was such a, you know, some of these live streamers, they make these throwaway comments. Thank you, Phoenix Love. They make these throwaway comments and they don't think. Thank you, no one. Oh, bless you. Thank you. But they don't think that these throwaway comments or this beef they've got with somebody, which half the time is scripted, is affecting anyone. Or if you don't like it, don't come in here. No. I understand the argument that you're not responsible for how your audience reacts, right? You're not. You're absolutely spot on. I'm not responsible for how anybody reacts to me, okay? What I'm responsible for is what I say, yeah? So I'm responsible for what comes out my mouth, the way it comes out my mouth, what I say. That's my responsibility. So if you're not taking responsibility for what you say, oh, Phoenix, then you're affecting people because you're not policing yourself. How can you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? If I thought for 1 second that somebody in my room, I get right, people, I'll start talking about creator tonight, say I've spoken about this guy John Shields, and I've seen people leave the room, right, because they are being triggered by what I'm saying, and I am feeling awful about that. But I also know I need to speak out because very few people are. But I feel bad for having triggered people. And if I remember who they were when they left, I will message them later to make sure they're okay. I don't understand how Sobriety Jack will sob because he can't get a kebab. Absolutely no dignity there whatsoever. I don't understand it. I genuinely just don't get it. And I don't know whether it's my age. I'm too old for this app. Oh, God. Oh, thank you, Mama. Do you know, I think there are more of us. Hi, Levitt. I think there are more of us than there are. We're just smaller. Unfortunately, what you'll find is the drama brings people in. And I don't know, I don't fully understand the psychology of that, but I know that I'm not. Oh, wonderful, Victoria. No worries, darling. I'm not. I do kind of understand the psychology, but I'm not going to do it myself because I know I could get my numbers up. But it would be the wrong way for me to do it. It wouldn't be a way that my conscience would allow me to do it, right? So I don't do it that way. And so the community that I've built off the back of trying to help people. But there are more and more of us small creators. Hi, Michelle. There are more and more of us small creators who are speaking about what they see on the app and holding people to account and, you know, calling out bad behaviour. But a lot of them, and this is no disrespect to them, are terrified about what these other people can do. These other creators can do to them. They're scared. They're scared their address is going to get leaked. They're scared that their work's going to be contacted. Any number of things, right? And that really saddens me, actually. It really saddens me. Oh, definitely so, yeah. Oh, Angie. You're welcome, darling. Whereas I'm not that person. I'm not... whatever. You know what I mean? I'm from the generation that when you needed to hurt somebody with your words, when you needed to insult somebody, you had to do it to their face. So I'm just... yeah, bring it, whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. So... but that... other people are scared. Other people are sitting there thinking, I don't want to call out EQ because she's got this reputation and she comes across as quite scary, and I just think everybody has power. Everybody has power, right? We've all got the same amount of power. Not one of us is better or worse than the other, right? Our behaviour can be, but no one has more power over someone else. I get it, especially when you've got children. You want to protect your home at all costs. I understand that. And some of the things that's gone on the app and off the app is terrifying, right? For people turning up at people's houses at 11:30 midnight and all that stuff. But more of us are doing it because more of us are... we're beginning to get braver because there are more of us. Does that make sense? Good night, Sarah. Oh, you're welcome, darling. But more, don't you think though, Matt? Don't you think more people are speaking out now, and because they know more people are speaking out? Does that make sense? So I used to feel like I was the only one saying anything. And for a while, I was scared to say things because I had a horrible time on this app. Hang on. I had a horrible time on this app, and it was awful. I went through a really, really horrible time. And then I realised these were people that don't affect they have no say in my life, so why am I letting them have a say in how I feel? And that's where I come from now. Good evening, Paula. I totally agree with you, Matt. I think life is getting harder, isn't it? Real life is getting harder, and there are far more real life issues that people are having to deal with. Thank you, darling. That people are having to deal with. So, and they're calling it out. yeah, I would agree with that, Ali. I would agree with that. Oh, definitely. And I think it's people like me, Banbird, Stormy, the awareness pages, so many different creators who are actually saying, this is a pattern. Look at this pattern. Oh, bless you, darling. Look at this. This is, here we go again. No, Stormy's ace. But here we go again. So this is what we do. This is how we start the week. This is what's going to happen by Thursday, and by Saturday they'll be doing this. And because we can accurately predict the likes of Elphaba and their behaviour, people are starting to go, oh, I see it now. Or, you know, sometimes Corey will say, watch this. This person's now going to do this. And they do it. And it's like, oh, and it starts clicking for people, you know. What is that? And why is it green? Oh, I don't care. Do you know what, Phoenix? That makes me really sad. Never ever feel ashamed. The only person that Elphaba should be ashamed of is themselves. And I don't mean themselves as a person, I mean themselves as their behaviour. You never ever be ashamed of who you are. Absolutely not. Exactly, Di. Exactly. But Phoenix, right. Do you know what, darling? I judge people on their behaviour, right? Not who they are, not what they identify as, not where they've come from, not what they believe in. I don't care about any of that. Well, I'll tell you what, Phoenix, right? You will not find any judgment in here. Because if I see any judgment, it'll get blocked. If my mods see any judgment, it'll get blocked. Okay? We don't stand for that in here. I don't tell my mods what to do anymore because they are so hot on keeping out trolls, people that come in and you would say that, Matt, people that come and, you know, what's it stir, they're so fast. Don't ever feel that you can't be in here and ask questions or be yourself. Or if you need advice, or yeah, absolutely, you be you. We are the misfits. We don't fit anywhere else. Hi, Scottish. You all right, darling? Phoenix, if you go onto my YouTube, we did a live about autism and ADHD. So feel free to go and watch that and see if any of it helps you. But we are made up of all the letters of the alphabet in here. Trust me. One of us has got, well, between us, we've pretty much got everything covered, I think. Mental health, physical health. Yeah, we pretty much do it all. We're like an Olympic team in here, honestly. Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree with that. But do you know what I mean? So, but never ever come in here and be anything but yourself. Okay? Exactly, Mary. Exactly. Oh, I think we could write. Yeah, you know them encyclopedias you used to get at the library, volume 1 through 30? I think we could do that. Oh no, we're going to have to find something that's got a Z in it. Hi, Wicked. You alright, love? But yeah, don't ever feel that you can't be yourself, okay? Because, thank you, Susan, because that saddens me. We don't... I look at Elphaba's behaviour and I don't like what I see, but that doesn't mean I'm judging that community, because I'm not. I have so much respect for the trans community. I think most trans people just want to be able to get on and live their lives. And if they are being respectful, I'm being respectful. Hi Susan, I'm good, darling. Hi Tan. Exactly, Matt. Exactly that. And that's why I call out behaviour, not people, if that makes sense. I know I'm using Talia's name, but that's only because I know it's going to get under her skin. But when it comes to Elphaba, I am not far from the say, Paula. It's their behaviour. I'm good, Tan. How are you? See, I agree with you, and I would use your words. Exactly, Phoenix. I bet you any money you just want to get on with your life, don't you? You just want to live and be happy and live and let live, peace and all that. Yeah, that's exactly what we're about in here. Oh, wicked. Tell me about it. That's all we want, Phoenix. Oh, no. Listen, I'm a woman of a certain age, okay? Some of us can't go anywhere without a fan. Yeah, absolutely, Phoenix. You love who you love, you live how you live. Makes no odds in here. We don't judge. Half the time we're not even listening, so we definitely don't judge. And the only reason I call Elphaba, I try to call Elphaba they rather than she, because that actually gets stuck in my throat, is because I don't want to give any reason for any other person who is trans that somebody doesn't like. I don't want to give them a reason to use the wrong pronouns. Do you understand? So I get told off by other people. Yeah. Yeah, Paula. Oh, I can't go. You shut up, Matt. Yeah, that's the only reason. Exactly. And I can't be doing with it. Do I believe Elphaba is trans? Hell no. I could detail, it would take another hour, but I could tell you why I don't believe it. But am I going to disrespect an entire community because I dislike one person? Also, no. No, I totally agree, no one. I can't go anywhere without my fan. I have to make sure my handbag's big enough to have my fan in. It is almost like he wants to stay in the cellar, isn't it? Do you know what, Froggy? That's the sad thing. Yeah. Now you're talking. Oh, Tam. Why on earth were you not told? Oh, honey. I've got a friend who's someone passed away in their family and they weren't told either, so I'm so sorry, darling. That's a really unpleasant thing to have happen. No, I haven't had the fan. Ugh. That's horrible, Tan. I'm so sorry, love. Reach out to any one of us in here. There's some numbers up on my profile page for various help numbers, etc. If you need anything, just message me. You watch Greenwich videos. There's one maybe. Alphabet. Are we talking alphabet here? Because I am personally of the opinion the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. Yeah, yeah. I'm the mother to 6, okay? And not one of mine has turned out anything like, oh bless you, Tan, anything like Alphabet. That's not to say they haven't had their challenges, they haven't had issues, but not one of them has thought to come on social media and lie to people. Not one of them has thought that trying to con people out of money is a good thing. Not one of them comes on social media and starts drinking. And never has. So, even though you can argue nature, I would always suggest it's also to do with nurture. Something Alphabet has possibly lacked. So, yeah. You're welcome, Tan, darling. Hi, Tess. Do you, Mary? My youngest is getting married. There's an actual date and everything. Oh, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. It's weird. I don't know how to feel. I feel really proud and really excited. And then I feel like crying because it's like, oh my God, it's my youngest. Oh, here we go. Oh, do you know, you're not going to let me live that down now, are you? Thank you, Tess. Do you know what, Angie? Yeah. I don't think Maria has control, Mama. I don't think she's had control. Oh, see, now, why can't you be my child? I don't think she's had control for a very long time. Oh, here we go. I don't do them. I don't do them. Oh, Andrea, well done. I do feel proud, Tan. It's like, you know, when the last one leaves home, it feels a bit like that, even though we've not lived in the same space for years, but it's just like, but that's my baby. You know. I absolutely agree with that, Di. I don't think Maria has been capable of disciplining Alphabet since Alphabet was probably mid-teens. Oh, Scottish. Wow. Yeah, I don't think she has the tools to... Thank you, CJ. I don't think she has the tools to... Thank you, Mama. I don't think she has the tools. I really don't think... You're right, CJ. I really don't think she's got the tools to do it. I don't think... I think there are some people who... Thank you, Valiant. Some people are absolutely amazing parents and others aren't. And I just don't think she's got the tools the emotional tools to deal. I really don't. Thank you, Valiant, love. Because I think it would be a very different Alphabet, if I'm honest. I don't think we'd be seeing totally Scottish. The thing is, you wouldn't... Good evening. You wouldn't have respect for somebody that wasn't setting boundaries and enforcing them, would you? In my opinion, I think if you're Boundaries make children feel safe. Exactly, Phoenix. Exactly. And you have to be self-aware enough to recognise that. And I think there are a lot of people that just aren't. Oh, bless you, Marita. It's one of mine's birthday today. He's 33. No, Froggy, I agree. I, again, agree. I think there is an issue there that's never been picked up on. And I think because that is normal for them, they've just carried... I don't think anyone intervened when Maria was young. Yeah. And so I think the cycle just carried on. I don't think Maria got help, and I think she probably needed it at some point. I think help... Is it? Aww. I think she probably needed help at some point. Oh, Mama, it would break me. It would break me. I would be doing everything in my power to get Elphaba off social media. Oh, what? There's nothing I wouldn't do. But I don't think Maria has that. I think, but that battle's done, isn't it? If Maria was going to intervene in that way, it should have been done years ago. Because right now, there's nothing. There's literally nothing. Elphaba's 21. It should have been done the first time Elphaba came on TikTok. Because how old was Elphaba when they first started? Was it, did 15, was it? See, I wouldn't have allowed that. I wouldn't have allowed. Hiya, Amber. I wouldn't have allowed a 15-year-old. 14. It was 14! No. Wouldn't have happened. There would have been an absolute outright ban until they were at least 18 or paying their own bills. In fact, that would probably be my rule. When you're paying your own bill, when you're paying your own bills, you can do it. No, 21. Oh, when he first came, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I would stop that straight away. Oh, yeah, Froggy, absolutely. Yeah. My house, my rules. Your house, your rules. That's how it goes. If you're not paying my bills, you don't get a say. I don't care how old you get. Oh, God, no. Oh, did they? Oh, Di, that's fantastic. Do you know, CJ, I'm of a generation, right? Oh, Squeaky, don't even get me started. Do you know, I went down that route at the beginning of the night and I nearly turned down a dead end. Nice one, Di. The whole women's privilege thing just absolutely floored me. I've never wanted to reach through a screen more than when I heard what, and then when I saw what John Shields had done, I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. What on earth is happening here? I was just, you know when you just run out of words and your brain just goes, huh? I was literally doing that. I don't blame you, Tess. Honestly, I don't blame you. Do you know what, Flick? I genuinely think, and this is based on interactions I've seen, and also potentially the relationship with the mother, I don't think they like women at all. Hi, Gemma. I don't think they like women at all. Paula, do you know what? I've been saying that. Imagine if that man that John was with was a woman. Imagine how the app would be tonight. What would they be saying on the app today? They'd have gone mad, wouldn't they? They'd have gone absolutely mental if John or any other man had done that to a woman. Yes, stay clear, Flick, please. In fact, trigger warning, don't anybody go and look for it either. Okay? Good night, Mary. You take care. Nobody look for it, please. It is deeply unpleasant. I didn't see much, but I could see the direction it was headed, and I just no, I'm not subjecting myself to that. But when you put, yeah, exactly. When you swap, this is what I don't understand. The guy was a guy. It was two men, right? It was one man running his hands through the hair of somebody who had absolutely no capacity to say stop or I like that. If that had been a woman on a night out that got drunk and was sitting in a stairwell and a male came and did that to them, there would be outrage. There would be phone calls to various police forces. There would be numerous reports. I mean, you name it, it would be done, okay? John Shields was in a battle at the time with Sobriety Jack, and he won. He won the battle. Which just, it saddens me so much that there are more people like John Shields on this app than we even know. Exactly. Thank you, Finley. Exactly. But what? These people were supporting John Shields whilst he was touching a man's hair without any consent whatsoever. What? But if he was running his hands through a woman's hair, the app would have blown up. It would have blown up. The response would have been off the scale. But because it was another guy, I don't know why people think a man who hasn't got capacity is in any less danger than a woman. I don't get it. Because as far as I'm concerned, the things are equal. Exactly, Ali. I don't. Exactly. I don't. Thank you, Andrea. I don't understand where the energy for John, where's that gone? Where is it? I don't see it. I see people going, oh, that's terrible, that's awful, I can't believe that. Thank you, Marguerite. I can't believe it. What? Are you kidding me? It is Valiant. Exactly, Mama. Once you take gender out of it, it's people. If people would just stop being so judgmental and take themselves out of that equation, or think to themselves, oh my God, what if that was my daughter? Or if that was my son? What if that was my son? Would you still find it funny? Would you gift the person running their hands through your son's hair, your brother's hair, your dad's hair, your uncle? Do you know what I mean? It's like, not only are these people watching thinking it's amusing, they are rewarding him for his behaviour. Who does that? Good evening, Sheila. Who does that? Blows my mind. Oh, I'd be going through his tent as well with a very sharp object. Oh, Fleck, I'm sorry, darling. I'll stop talking about it. But yeah, it bring the same energy. Just bring the same energy. Don't sit there and pretend to be absolutely appalled by someone's behaviour and then dismiss the same behaviour because it's to somebody you don't like, or it's to somebody you don't consider, oh, well, I don't know them, or they don't look respectable, or, you know, they're in the wrong part of town, or this guy, you don't know what happened to this guy. This guy could have had his drink spiked, he could have had a blow to the head, he could have, I mean, any number of things, but people see him, make an assumption, you know, and somehow, because they've judged that he's not worthy, his safety isn't as important as somebody else's safety. And it blows my mind. It blows my mind how you can... No, Mama, I don't know. And I don't know how you would find out either. I really don't. But this is it. People are so quick to make judgments. Yeah, Linny. Not individually. Generally. Individually, people are on the same... you know, people agree. It's collectively that people, you know, I don't know what it is. It's like a mob mentality, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Tess. But for him to be battling and then win. Who is watching that? Gifting. Thank you, Mel. Who is watching that? Gifting. Mind blown. Exactly, Flick. Thank you. Oh, I can't see that name. Good night, Kerry. Thank you. Con, is that? Thank you very much, love. It does. It just... Do you know what, Matt? I think it does. And that's really sad. That is so sad. Don't you think? I look at the world around me and I don't recognise it from 20 years ago. It's just not the same world. It really isn't. Thank you, Gemma, darling. Thank you, Amber. Oh, thank you. It's not the same world at all. It's not the world my kids grew up in. It's not, Flick. And that's why I think, thank you, Amber, lovely. I think that's why it's important to have communities like this. You know, places where you can go. Thank you. Places where you can go and not be judged and not feel vulnerable in any way, or know that if someone's coming in and they're triggering you or kicking off or whatever, they're gone. You know, especially online. Oh no! Oh, you didn't. Oh, God. If you send that to Matt, I swear. He's going to make me look like that little old woman again, isn't he? Oh, the 80s were ace. The 80s were ace. Oh, no. You're all so mean to me, honestly. I'm here being serene and sticking up for the underdog, and you're making memes of me. Seriously, the abuse I get. Absolute abuse. Oh, bless you, you're not that old, darling. Night, Flick, honey. You take care, darling. I hope you're feeling better as well. Thank you, Marguerite. They've got some quite good 1-coin gifts, haven't they? I am trying to stay I am calm and demure. Hi, Mandy. It is, it's shocking. Elder abuse, that's what it is. Thank you, CJ Love. It is. It's honestly, thank you, Mandy. It's dreadful. You've no idea what I go through. Are you going as well? Life's too short. Yeah, I am calm. Well, I'm the oldest though, Matt. How does that work? Thank you, Lisa. Bless you. Thank you. Just to say, anything that comes to me in here is not for me. I don't make a living off here. It all goes into a pot and we help people. Thank you, Phoenix. Jets from the stone. I'm older, Matt. Do you know what? Oh, bless you, Tess. Thank you. Oh, Gemma, don't. I made the mistake once of telling my kids I was older than the house because the house had been built in 1972 and they looked at me like I should have been in a museum. I'll never make that mistake again. It's like, oh, God. 58. I don't know. I think I'm I'm not sure whether it's 53 in dog years, to be honest. Because, you know, I'm definitely feeling an age. It's just definitely not mine. Oh, dear. Yeah, the worst one was when your kids come home from school and say, I've got to ask you about the war. Excuse me? Rude. How do you explain? Yeah, I wasn't born then. Oh, dear me. Have you? When you were at school, did you have electricity? Yeah, Angie, yeah. Same. Same. I look at things that need shush, Matt. I look at things that need doing and think, yeah, do that in 15 minutes. 3 days. 3 days later, the job is done. Oh, God. Oh, Gemma, honestly. One of my kids asked if we wrote with chalk and slate. Did you write granulates? I remember my grandma taking me to the Victoria and Albert Museum and telling me that my great-grandma wore Victorian dresses. That blew my mind, that did. I was only about 9 at the time. So back in the early 1800s, Matt. Still, yeah, what I get called old. Yeah. Oh, dear. Yes, you did. I bet you did. I bet in here you did. I know how you think now. Oh, really? Wow. That's some history, that, isn't it? That's amazing. But yeah, I think just never. I think has Mickey checked in yet? True. It's true. She's in big trouble. That lady's in big trouble, let me tell you. She's out. Well, she's not allowed to be out. She's supposed to check in. It's only because I know she's not on her own. Thank you. As will I. Should we spam chatter later? Just to get on the nerves. Oh dear. But yeah, I think if I can make somebody laugh or provide a space that's safe, then that's all good. You know? And that's why I call these people out, because I just don't think there's any place for them on the app. I really don't. And I don't think, you know, these people that are saying all these horrible things, delusive and the rest of them, they're not unintelligent. They know what they're doing. They know the effect that they're having. Matt, did you just ask what's a womble? What's a womble? It is, Tess. It really is. It's all about the number of people that are in your room and the number of diamonds you get. That's all I hear is, you know, well, I've made, I don't even know what the amount is, 100,000 diamonds today. Means nothing to me, goes straight over the top of my head. And I think, and? By doing what? Being nasty to people. Wow. Aren't you proud? You are winding me up, Matt. You're not wrong. Oh, God, Aggie spotting. Oh, dear me. Yeah, well, I'm going to be here for as long as I need to be to call these people out. I'm not going anywhere. I know I got under Angie's skin the other day because she had me rant up on her. Good night, Paula, darling. She had me rant up on screen, and she was, thank you, Tess. She was giving it large, you know. Who do I think I am? I bet there's no numbers in her room. Bet she doesn't make that many. Oh, shut up. Honestly, change the record. Not everybody cares. So yeah, she was. So I am working my way under their skin, which is great, and I will carry on. I will carry on, because if they talk about me and they attack how I look or how I sound or the numbers in my room or the lack of diamonds or anything else other than a comeback to what I've said that isn't, well, at least my hair's not grey, right? They show themselves for who they are, because I guarantee you, exactly, I guarantee you they will, Talia will come back and she'll be incredibly personal. She'll get personal with me. She won't say anything productive. She won't give me a reasoned kind of argument as to why she isn't. Thank you, Sheila. As to why she isn't the way I've said she is. That she doesn't behave that way. She won't be able to. That's number one. She won't be able to. She may be able to say, you know, you didn't have the context of that conversation. And but she'll come back at me and she'll attack my looks, the way I sound, what I wear, my hair. I'll bore her. My voice will irritate her. I'm nobody. She makes more in one night than I do in one. You can hear it all, can't you? You can hear exactly what she's going to come back with. She'll threaten me, I expect. You know, she'll threaten to put my face out there. I can find where you live. Send me a DM, I'll give you the address. What are you going to do? Seriously? Because you're not going to rock up in this part of Scotland, love, I tell you, and not be greeted by several very angry Scottish people, trust me, I've only got to put the word out round here. But that's what she'll do, or she'll find something that's personal that's meant to hurt me. Yeah, it's meant to. She'll get either very personal because she'll want me to. She'll want me to hurt or feel ashamed in some way, or she'll get threatening. That's normally the way it goes with Talia. She gets threatening or she gets personal. And unfortunately for her, I am Tess. Unfortunately for her, neither works. Honestly, I have been threatened by bigger and better. I can't tell you who, but trust me, bigger and better. And come for my looks. I'm in my 50s, love. I'm past it. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. I really don't care. I've got my children. I've got my husband. I've got a roof over my head. I don't create enough hate that someone comes and puts my windows through. What are you going to bring? Literally. You want to come at me about my weight? Crack on. It's because of a medical condition. Yeah. You want to come at me for the way I sound? Born with a voice. You can't help the way you sing, can you, love? You want to come at me for my accent? Whatever. What you got? Seriously. The fact that my hair is going grey? Really? Is that what you've got? Wow. That's a level of intelligence that I can only aspire to, Talia. Believe me, love, if I was to come for how you look, which I don't, by the way, because I don't have to, but if I was to tear you down as a person, you'd be a puddle. I just don't work that way. And